folks. So the road work started towards the end of the holidays, and as if that wasn't chaotic enough, now we have the back-to-school traffic in the mix, both morning and evening, and it's wreaking havoc, as they say, according to commuters. Communications manager with the National Works Agency, I suspect one of the folks that we don't do like nowadays, Stephen Shaw, is here to clear things up. Good to see you, my friend. Morning and welcome.
Morning, morning.
Good morning, Stephen. We do like you.
I don't. I still think that it should have been done one by one, but it's too late for that now, isn't it? And I thought,
yes.
I mean, if they had just taken on, like, say, Constant Spring, finish that and go somewhere else. But I guess this is progress for us.
Yeah.
Morning again. Some people, depending on where you're coming from, like I heard, well, Monday wasn't too bad, and then somebody said, well, today, look worse, and then they say, yeah, next day not as bad as it was Monday. What is going on? Can anything be different from what we're seeing? We're seeing bumper to bumper, we're seeing gridlock. Can anything be different because of what's going on with the traffic and the roadworks?
All right. Morning again. What has happened is that with the changes that we have made consequent on the rerouting of traffic around the 3 miles area, we had some challenges on Monday.
That's
and
at
these
Walton
challenges
Park
at Walton Park Road, Hagley Park Road, in that general area. And those challenges came about from a number of things converging. One, we had no flow along, meaning traffic going up Hagley Park Road from Constant Spring Road because the contractor working there had blocked the road. Then, because of the issues with that particular area, the police, which they usually do, overtook some of the intersections and they override the lights that were there to try and get the traffic moving. Now, when you have an integrated system, as we have with the traffic signals, they work together. It's a system. Now, insert a human element into that. You can never get it functioning properly. And so, with the best of will, we had some challenges because, you know, the system would give this leg so much green time based on the green time at another location and the green time or the red time at another location. And so it works together. But insert, you know, someone into that, not working with the system, the electronic system that we have, we will have issues. And so we recognize that quickly. So we had to fix some of those. And then the human element, people, in particular, the public passenger vehicle drivers, taxis, buses, they choose to do some kind of things, the kind of things that we see on a daily basis.
Day.
They went and they block up, for example, the intersection. They used Gretna Green. They came out onto Walton Park Road, blocked there. They started going through the gas station. They used every side road, every little lane, every little alley. And once you block that major intersection, then you're going to have the ripple effects going back, way back. So persons along Mullines Road, Spanish Town Road, could not move.
Yeah.
And that is what caused the big issue. So we met on Monday afternoon for several hours ourselves at the police, senior engineers at the NWA, the police, and we went through all the different things that would have happened. And so come Tuesday, it worked a little better. But understand this, when you close down Marcus Garvey Drive, 3 miles intersection, you're talking about 5,000 vehicles going through there during peak, roughly 40% going up Hagley Park Road, 60% going down Marcus Garvey Drive. That's what you have to redistribute. And we don't have a parallel road to Spanish Town Road to redistribute. So we have to do our kind of kinky movements. And so that's why we have had to put in new signals. We have had to widen some roads. We have had to convert some corridors to one way. as we try to redistribute the movement. Persons will take a little bit of time, Neville,
to adjust.
And that's part of...
You mentioned 3 miles, there's Hagley Park Road, there's Constant Spring, where else? Sorry.
There's Mandela Highway.
There's Mandela Highway. Which one will finish first?
Mandela will certainly finish ahead of the other two. We're looking to have Mandela completed by the end of the year.
So Constant Spring won't be finished by the end of the year?
No. Based on when we started and the numbers of things that we have to do.
So Mandela will finish by the end of the year. Constant Spring scheduled to finish when?
By the middle of next year.
Whoa.
And
by the middle of next year?
Yes.
Hagley Park will be finished?
A couple months behind that. Or big well.
Wow.
And what
3 miles will be finished when?
Well, 3 miles Hagley Park is the same project.
Yeah, so that will be finished close to the end of next year?
Yeah, sometime around about September, October. But understand, what is it that we are trying to do? We have an integrated project, or we have integrated projects. So it's not just about reconstructing Hagley Park Road. We have a new sewer system where there was none, or there is none right now along Hagley Park Road. We are putting in stormwater drains. Remember, Hagley Park Road runs like it functions like a river when you have rainfall because the drainage system is inadequate. Then we're putting in new water lines, and at the back end of that, we have to put in roads. In addition to all of that, that we're doing, we have to signalize several intersections, because you look at Hagley Park Road, you have several points at which traffic is prevented from flowing along the main corridor. Several interventions or several intersections that are there. So we have to manage those, because what you want to have is a seamless flow. It is the only corridor that really, from Hope Road through Halfway Tree, coming down, that allows the east-to-west movement. All the other corridors are north-south kind of corridor, and that is one of the reasons Hagley Park Road and the work that we're doing there is so critical to the movement of traffic in the city.
I must say, though, sometimes you're going and it's when you get there you realize that there is a detour.
Yes.
Can we put signs earlier so that people can really, and where's the communication to the public that's okay, traffic at this time, like live updates? Do you have anything like that so we can log on and say, okay, here it is, this is happening now, this road is locked off, so you can plan ahead of the journey?
It is one of the weaknesses. We do have a media outlets, so we use Twitter, there's Facebook, and there's our...
What's your Twitter, sir?
At NWA_JA.
I'm going to
so
it right now.
follow us, you understand, because we tweet a lot. We also have our Facebook page, and we have our website.
Okay.
Now, the point that you have raised as it relates to signs and more signs, it is taken, and it is something that we are looking to improve. But I must also say, where it is that we have put signs, we have experienced, I certainly have seen it, where persons go and they remove and they destroy.
People remove the signs?
Yes, new signs that we have put up in relation to the changes that are happening now.
Oh, God.
Yep.
The people,
that is true.
The discipline of our people.
So we're in this for a while, is what you're saying?
We are, and we have been saying this for a little while, just that a lot of persons weren't listening, that the works were going to happen. 3 miles was going to be an issue. We'd have to plan our getting to and from our destinations a little better. And I think, you know, if we give the systems that we have set up a little bit more time, they will work. I understand the persons being angry because, you know, nobody wants to sit in traffic for an hour, 2 hours, say, you want to get to wherever you're going. No.
I already said it's too late now.
You know.
Was there any thought put into doing it one at a time, or that never came up?
No, that clearly would have been part of the discussion. But owing to several things, and one of the things that we had to do, there is an agreement between the government of Jamaica and China Exim Bank, which speaks to certain timelines. It's a loan that we're using to do all of this.
So you have to use up the money, and there's an agreement with China, and China pay the money, so China run things.
Not necessarily like that.
Let's talk the
you
truth,
either
sir.
use it or you lose it.
Exactly. So you have to use it within a time frame.
Exactly.
You see how the system?
How much more can be done at night? When there is not a lot of traffic on the road, how much more can be done?
We have to be selective as to what it is that we attempt to do at night, because there is the safety insofar as safety, persons' safety. You're looking at working in certain locations.
Right.
And then there is occupational health and safety concerns.
But internationally, I have lived and visited many countries, and I know a lot of road work happens at night.
And we do carry road work at night.
And the majority of the work will happen during the night. And I hear what you're saying about security, but that just hinders progress. If it's because of that, why a lot more couldn't be done at night.
But if it's a fact, it's a fact. Yeah. My final question is, God forbid we get some stuff this weekend, and it seems like we might get some rain.
Yes.
Are we ready for that as far as the road works?
All right. Yesterday, we had an emergency meeting at the NWA where the CEO called in all the personnel from around the island. So we met and we discussed that very likelihood. And so we are prepared. Just on Monday, the cabinet signed off on us getting an additional $100 million to carry out mitigation, and that had nothing to do with the impending situation. What happened is that we have a system where we do mitigation type works 3 times of the year, prior to the hurricane season, during and towards the end of the season. So this $100 million would have been slated to carry out work as part of what we now do between August and September. So what, in a nutshell, we are prepared to a certain extent, because outside of this $100 million that we would have been using, in addition to that which we used before, we have over 250 projects that have either been completed recently or still on the ground outside of the big ones.
Yeah, because
a big part of those projects is drainage improvement, cleaning, replacing,
because
and so on.
with so much, for want of a better word, rubble, because you're digging up. If water hits some of that, it's going to carry it somewhere.
Well, what is going to happen too is that where these works are taking place, those contractors have been rolled into the operational plan, the response
team. So they will put things in place. Final thing I have to ask you for those watching, tell us the function of the NWA again.
We are responsible for the main road network, sea defense, traffic management to a certain extent.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks just for you to know, more people.
Good to come. Good to see you, my friend.
Thank you.
Communications Manager with the National Works Agency, Stephen Shaw. He's the messenger. Don't matter, give him a hard time when you see him. Well, this wreaked havoc on the road back in 1988. We give you some facts on Hurricane Gilbert after this break. Stay with us, please. Soon come.